is light that's within me. Shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, yeah. Inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow,
Thank you for
the
joining.
promise,
Hello.
the future and life. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, yeah.
Hello. Thanks for joining. Happy Monday, Maria. I see you. I trust you are good. Del Boy, CY or Cy Beauty, thanks for joining. Help share the live, please, Anna. Welcome. Shamimir, I think. Thanks for joining. You are welcome. Please help share the live to our friends. Maxi, I see you.
Bring understanding and love. Oh, inside.
Adam, I see you. Thanks for joining. Pleasure to our friends to be part of this live. Naz, I see you. Amran, you are welcome. I see you.
The promise, the
I see
future,
you. Adama, thanks for joining. You are welcome to Inside. Hello, I see you, user 7. Jane, welcome. I hope we are good. Thanks for joining. Kadia, I see you. Welcome, AGT. Thanks for joining. I see you there. Thank you so much.
Inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright.
Bijo, I see you. Thanks for joining. You're welcome, guys. Always good to see you here every Mondays and Thursdays. Victor, welcome.
That's within me, shine to the whole world.
Topterian, I see you. Welcome. Help share the live to your friends. Let them be part of this talk today. As you can see up there, it's a topic that concerns us, everyone. Day Slimmers, I see you. Thanks for joining. Abiodu, thanks for joining. I see you. Welcome, welcome. Help share the live to your friends. Let them be part of this live today. Invite your friends to Insight with FunmiRoyal today. Yes. I see you, Abiodu Obebo. Thanks for joining. Yes, let's share to our friends. Let them be part of this talk. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. We're going to be discussing today as well. And as you know, we cannot go without my puzzle. I have my puzzle today. Oh, it's from last week. So maybe there's going to be a winner today. Thanks for joining. UUL73, thanks for joining. Help share the live. Let's share to our friends. Let's invite all the people to join. Emmanuel, hi. I see you. Thanks for joining. Thank you for the follow. I will definitely follow you back. I don't know if this thing is a bit wobbly or it's just me today. I think that's okay. I hope my head is not slanting to the side, guys. Help me out today. Hello, wherever you're joining from, good day to you. It's a beautiful Monday the Lord has made. Indeed, I will rejoice and be glad in it. Genti, thanks for joining. Ibrahim, I see you. Guys, it's going to be fun. The more the merrier. And as you know, I always give my talk here on Insight with FunmiRoyal, just to put perspective to our discussions, because after the talk, I will be bringing us up to discuss more about this so we can learn from one another. We can rub minds together. I have a bit of cold, so I will try my best today, God helping me. Emmanuel, please help share to your friends. Let them be part of this talk today. And Emmanuel, I hope you stay till the end. I want to hear from you, or perhaps you know the answer to the puzzle today. I can't wait to hear from you. Yeah. Okay, so do not disturb. Nobody's going to disturb us today, hopefully. So let's share to our friends. Let's share to about 20 people. Let them be part of this talk today. I would just run through what I have. The topic is health is wealth. We hear about this a lot. Do people really pay attention to this? Do we pay attention to our health as we do other aspects of our lives, you know? All of this we're going to be talking about today. Help share the life once again. Let your friends be part of this talk. It's something that benefits us, you know. As long as we're living, we need to be mindful of our health. And for me, I feel, you know, looking after my health is the greatest wealth I could ever acquire. Because if I don't look after my health, I'll be so sick that I won't be able to come here, you know, to share this talk with you or to bring your attention as well to this kind of talk. So thank you for joining. I see about 94 odd people there on the FY. Thanks for joining and listening. Please share. Sanyat, I see you. Thanks for joining. Let's share to our friends as we carry on this talk today. Topic is health is wealth. So once again, I just want to thank everyone for joining me. Let's discuss this timeless and universal but relevant topic. Evangelist Chibuzo, thanks for joining. Please help share to your friends. Let them be part of this talk today. Health is wealth. And as you know, even some diseases are beginning to come up. They don't have names to them in the science world or in the medical world. There's a whole lot happening in terms of one's health, people's health generally and all over the world. We know a few years back, the whole world had a pandemic, COVID-19. And I think in recent times on the news, I was hearing people still catching COVID-19. So it's still here. Whatever the variant is, I don't know, but people are still catching it here and there. But it's not, well, I don't think it's as deadly as it used to be, except maybe people have underlying health conditions that makes it worse, you know, even to the point of death. But that's why I'm bringing this topic today. One of the many reasons. Health is wealth. Do you really pay close attention to your health? Do you know how to look after yourself? Because we're all different. The way I'm going to react to a cold might not be the way you will react to a cold. And I'm going to be touching on self-medication and things like that. So let us go on this talk together today. Health is wealth. Thank you, guys. Jemmy, I see you. Skevici, thanks for joining. Please help share to other people. So this phrase, health is wealth, embodies a profound truth, you know, that transcends culture, generations, you know, reminding us that our health is the most valuable asset we can possess. Thank you so much, Evangelist. It's the most valuable asset we can possess, because you might have money, wealth, you can have business wealth, you can have all other wealth. But if you're not wealthy in your body, if you're not healthy in your body, how do you enjoy all of these things? How do you even manage your finances when you can barely stand or sit or go about, running your business on a day to day? So today we'll be talking about why health is considered wealth, the ways in which good health contributes to our overall well-being, and how we can invest in our health to reap lifelong benefits. Sometimes we think about it, sometimes maybe seldomly we talk about health. We just see stuff we eat and just go. And sometimes when we feel a bit poorly, instead of going to the doctors, we self-medicate and things like that. I want us to kind of break it down. Let's look after ourselves by talking more about our health today. So I want to talk firstly on the fundamental value of health. It's very crucial, it's very important. Health is the cornerstone of a fulfilling and productive life. If you're not healthy in your body, there's so much you can do. There's only so much you can achieve. There's only so much you can fulfill. And it lies on you, it lies on me to look after me, to look after you. You have to know something is wrong in your body to be able to go to the doctors to say, okay, these are what you're feeling, the symptoms or whatever, aches and pains, or sometimes they will do scans, sometimes they will do blood tests, all sorts, just to kind of diagnose what exactly is wrong with that body. Something is not right and you can tell. So it enables us to engage fully in our daily activities when we look after our health. It helps us. When you're strong, you're able to pursue your passion. Last week I was talking about passion, purpose. But if I wasn't healthy enough, I don't think that would be number one on my list, And also it helps us to enjoy meaningful relationships when we take care of our health. So good health is not just the absence of disease. It encompasses your physical health, your mental health, and emotional health well-being. So it encompasses all of these things, not just one aspect. So when we are healthy, we have the energy and the vitality to pursue our dreams and live life to the fullest. And that's the goal for any human being. That's the whole idea. But you and I know a lot of people are suffering from one sickness or the other, one illness or the other. Some are yet to be diagnosed. Some, it could be hereditary. Some, it could be because of poor diet and all of that, And some part of their organs are beginning to suffer because of poor diet. There's a whole lot. So I want to talk about the economic implications of health is wealth, so to say. So health has significant economic implications. Medical expenses are a major concern for many individuals and families. And that's why sometimes some people, when they're sick in their body, they know if they had to go and see the specialist or a doctor, it will cost them money. And maybe they're not financially buoyant. They just, I'll just take Panadol. I'll just go online, Google symptoms. I'll buy Lemsip. I'll buy, those drugs here and there you can buy off of the counter. And you start using, start self-medicating because the medical expenses is very high. In some community, well, thank God for UK, you have NHS, but they're trying their best. But sometimes it might seem like they're not effective and what have you, but they're trying their best. All over the world, we have the medical setup in each part of the world. And of course, it will cost money. And if people can afford it, that's when they tend to look for other means to looking after themselves. So chronic diseases and health conditions can lead to can lead to substantial medical bills that some people may not be able to afford. So loss of income due to inability to work can affect health as well, and long-term financial strain. If for a long time, you're just coping, managing financially, any kind of sickness or illness, it's like a no, you can't even afford to treat yourself. If you have any long-term disease or any chronic disease you've been diagnosed with, if you don't have a medical care set up in your country that makes it affordable. So these are economic strain that it brings, to you and I, wherever we find ourselves. So on the other hand, investing in preventive healthcare and maintaining a healthy lifestyle can reduce, like I said, can reduce, not totally eradicate, because we still have to be mindful. It can reduce the risk of costly medical issues, thereby preserving our financial resources. So if we take time to be mindful of what we eat, our diet, exercises, and things like that, we rarely would fall ill, apart from maybe when it's a flu season or whatever season, hay fever or what have you, which is not really like chronic, but like I said, some people may have underlying health conditions and it might make it worse. So it is something to pay attention to as well. And moreover, a healthy workforce is essential for a thriving economy. Because, like we say, economy, people say, the economy is hard, it's hard and all. Imagine if 50% of the economy is not healthy, they're sick all the time. Who is going to make sure that economy is stabilized or is advancing, in a positive direction? So employees who are in good health are more productive, because when you're healthy, you will rarely call in sick. Your productivity will be high. Imagine if in a year you have to work for 250 days, and imagine for 100 days you're calling in sick. I mean, where is the productivity? And if care is not taken, the company might even have to let you go. Some may say, oh, this is discrimination, oh, this and that. There's all sorts. It would affect the economy. It will affect productivity no matter what. So we need to take fewer sick days off so that the economy can boom. And also we're better able to contribute to that organization when we call in sick less of the time. Businesses that prioritize employees' health and wellness often see improved morale, reduced healthcare costs, and increased efficiency. Some companies, they would provide a reduced medical care, such that even when you're ill, you don't have to pay much. So that way they quickly are able to look after you, you get well in time, and you're able to go back to work. So it has impact on the economy as well. Yes, Emmanuel, thank you. Please, let's connect to one another. Please, let's follow one another. As long as we're not going to unfollow, it's always good to connect here. This is, I want to believe, a healthy space to connect with one another. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for that reminder. And please, let's like the live. Let's share to our friends as well. So secondly, like I said, after my talk, I'm going to be bringing us up. Let's look at other aspects to health is wealth. What we can do, what have you been doing to keep healthy? Share your healthy tips with us so that we can learn. And it's always good. Sharing is caring, as they say. So I want to look at the connection between the physical and mental health. Let's look at the interconnectedness of these two. Physical health and mental health are deeply interconnected. So physical activities, for instance, is known to release endorphins that boost our mood and reduce stress, because life can be stressful, I'm telling you. And if you don't know how to manage that, it will get on top of you. You're feeling down and all sorts can start going wrong in your body. So we need to be mindful of our physical activities, what we do, to keep us going, to keep that endorphins, coming in and boosting our moods and reducing the stress altogether. And at the same time, mental health conditions such as anxiety and depression can have a negative impact on our physical health. It leads to issues like heart disease and weakened immune functions. And before you know, some organs in the body are not functioning well, or some are lacking in some nutrients because you're not eating the right food and all of those things. So we need to be mindful so that we don't have weakened immune system. That way, if it's weak, diseases can easily, come into our bodies. So we need to be careful. So therefore, taking care of our mental health is just as important as maintaining our physical health. Somebody that is, anxious, somebody dealing with depression, they might not eat, they might lose their appetite, it might progress into insomnia. When they're not eating balanced meal or what have you, they will suffer. This will have effect on their mental well-being. Boy 01, I see you. Thanks for joining. Let's share to our friends to be part of this talk. Like I said, it's not going to be long today because I really want us to come and talk more about this. So the next thing I want to talk about again is lifestyle choices and preventive measures. Like I said, are we eating the right food, doing the right exercise? Even me, as I'm talking with you, there was a time I had this routine that I was so strict on that. Even if I used to do it in the morning, sometimes if I'm not able to, I make sure I do it before I go to sleep. But life happens. Before you stop today, you will do tomorrow, you won't do, and things like that. But you and I know, and this is at the forefront of my mind, that I need to keep up with all of this routine because it's good, it's healthy. What is it called? I'm doing yo-yo. Sometimes today I'm thin, tomorrow I'm a bit chubby, and all of that. All of those things I need to pay attention to it. We need to pay attention to it. So our lifestyle choices and preventive measures. Let's take a look at that. So investing in our health requires making conscious lifestyle choices and adopting preventive measures. So I'll tell us some key strategies, just a handful of them because there's so many. But at least with these few ones, I hope we can, think further about it whilst we're reflecting on them, how we can do better or what else can we do. So let's look at some strategies. So the first thing I will say, without without even mincing words, is balanced diet. Balanced diet. Eating a variety of nutritious food provides our bodies with the essential vitamins and minerals needed for optimal function. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grain, and lean protein supports our health and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Some might say, Funmi, my economy, things are hard, or people can barely survive. There's no money to buy food, this and that. Even food is on the high rise. I do understand, but to every challenge, there's always a solution. Maybe you're the type that will go for organic fruits and things like that. You might have to just go for the normal one because they're cheaper and they also give you the right nutrients in your body. So sometimes you might have to sit down, see what you have in your budget. Sometimes you may have to cut down on some luxurious meals or food or whatever just to be able to get the right one. Affordable, that will last and do the same job in your system. So it's very important we take stock of our groceries when we go shopping and things like that. You may have to reduce because I tell you, even here in UK, if you go to some stores, you'll buy a pack of apple for £5, and I'm like, why so expensive? And then you go to another company, I'm not here to advertise any store or whatever, you see a pack for 99p. You eat the apple, you still get the same nutrients, if you get me, and then you have £4 left to buy other things. So that is the aspect that I'm talking about. So we can always cut down here and there to make sure that we get the right vitamins and nutrients needed for our healthy living. Then the second thing I'm going to mention again is regular exercise. This one, you don't have to go and pay for it. Even if you're not registered to a gym, please, you have where you live, whatever the square meter space, you can do some push-up, press-up, stretches here and there, skipping rope. I'm telling you, it's very good when you have a skipping rope to skip and just to keep that heart pumping and doing something, I'll make you laugh. Some people, they've gone, especially when it's the New Year resolution, they go and register to the gym. They will go 1 time, 2 times, the 3rd time you won't see them there. And it's even the gym chasing after them. Oh, we haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're okay. Imagine. So, and that is money you've paid for the year, and yet you're not going to keep up with your exercises and what have you. So save that money, buy a skipping rope, buy a treadmill. There's so many prices out there, you don't have to buy the most expensive. Buy a treadmill you can use once in a while, or go for a walk in your estate, go for a walk in your locality. Go for a 30 minutes walk and come back. That will do, as long as you kind of maintain it. Because I used to do that, but I'm not as regular as I used to. So there are options there that will not cost you money. Engaging in regular exercise or regular physical activity helps maintain healthy weight. Because I remember the time my doctor, they were like, for me, you just have to reduce your weight and all. But people will look at her, but you look okay. But I said the weight, it's been there for years and years. It never goes away. I think at some point, the only thing I was able to lose was 2 kg. And then they wanted me to lose like 10 kg. I was so frustrated. I will cut on this, cut down on that. I will be lean. If you see my neck at the time, it was so long, but the weight was just there. And I'm like, I'm going to share this here, and it may sound somehow to some people. It doesn't matter because this was what worked for me. It was a concern. For 10 years, I couldn't shed more than 2 kg. And I'm like, what would I do? I was so frustrated one day in my quiet time. I'm like, God, you created me. You know how my body shape, everything is. Help me. How can I lose this? I know it's possible, but I just don't know the right thing to do. I've done what's it called now, salad, only eating salad and what have you. I did cereal only for about 2 weeks. I was doing all sorts, but the weight was not just going anywhere. Until that day I got fed up and I prayed about it, like, God help me, you know how you made my body. Tell me the secret to losing this weight these doctors want me to lose. And I just heard that still a small voice say to me, technically you're doing it, but you need to put your mind to it. That's why the mental and the physical work together. I'm like, Holy Spirit, help me understand, because I need to know. He said, if you can do this for so long, and the secret thing is, I am not a breakfast person. I tried eating breakfast. It hurts my tummy. So I just like, let's go. By the time you go to work, do this, do that, you come back, maybe 4, 5 before I eat anything, but I drink water. I can drink water for Africa, I'm telling you. And they say if you can eat 1 meal a day, to take your medication, to the way our body is wired is different. It works for me, it might not work for you, so please be mindful. I'm sharing what worked for me. So I will eat that normal meal. It's not diet or anything. I eat what I want to eat. If I feel like my pounded yam and spinach, I eat it full, like that meal. And that's not 1 meal a day that I was eating. And then if I feel peckish or whatever, I take soup, like our chicken soup, or I take cereal, nothing, or fruit. I was so crazy about pear at that time. And I did that. I started last year, March. And up until I told myself 6 months, I'm going to try this. Holy Spirit, help me. If I lose it, kudos to you. And that was March ending that I started that. My mind mentally, I had to, because I was frustrated. I needed to shed it. The weight, Good evening, God's favorites. You're welcome. We're talking about health is wealth. So that was end of March last year. And I was scared to go on that weight to weigh myself, because I'm like, what if I'm not losing? What if? So I didn't go on the weight for so long. I think it was April, May. So when it was May, I had another doctor's appointment. I said, let me check myself before I go to the doctor, so that whether I'm losing or not, I'll have something to say. And believe me, I stood on that weight and I'd lost 4 kg within 2 months. I'm like, is this for real? I was so excited. Oh my God, you know how you have created this body. You know how I could actually lose the weight, because I would never have thought to do that other than when I prayed, and that was what I received. She Closet UK, thanks for joining. I could not believe my eyes. 4 kg that I've tried in 10 years. I've only lost 2 kg. And within the space of 2 months, this body was able to shed. So I said, okay, I'm going to carry on. That motivated me to carry on, with that routine. And I did it till September. Oh my goodness. Guys, September came. I had to go for the main weight, I went to my doctor, and even I was like, in fact, I can't wait to tell them the secret to my losing this weight. And then there was a doctor in that room that day, and she had a pharmacist as well. I don't know, maybe they were training or something. And she asked if it was okay for the pharmacist to, be in. I said it was okay, fine. And then they brought the weight out. Normally, I would have been scared. I wouldn't even want to go on it, because I know I've not lost the weight. So that day, I just hopped on it. And oh my, exact 10K I lost. Both of them echoed together. What did you do? At the same time, I'm like, okay, chill. I said, if I told you what I did, I'm not sure you'll be able to do it. They're like, try us. I said, I eat 1 meal a day. And when I get peckish, I just have soup. I have a fruit, apple or pear, or I have cereal, if at all. Otherwise, I drink loads of what they say. The doctor said, you know what, I love my food. I don't think I can do that. We all laughed and that was it. And I was able to. And I said, okay, that's the secret. I know. But after September, I just let go. I'm like, please, I've lost the 10 kg, but I'm mindful of it. So once in a while, I just go on it. I still see I'm still in there. I'm like, oh, thank God, I've not added it. So what works for you? Are you paying attention to it? If you had to lose weight, do you know what to do? If you need to even add the weight, do you know what to do? So health is wealth. We need to know our own bodies. We need to know what works for us. But there are some general basic rules. Eating healthily, fruits and vegetables and things like that. It works for everybody, I believe so. So engaging in regular physical activity helps maintain a healthy weight, strengthen muscles and bones, and improves the cardiovascular health generally. So aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise each week, at least. Like I said, if it's not possible, at least try something. That's why I said the easiest thing to get is skipping rope and skip your way out. By the time you skip for 30 minutes, you will know where your body is. So another thing I'm going to mention again is adequate sleep. When we're talking about health is wealth, I'm looking at our lifestyle choices and preventative measures. So adequate sleep. Are you getting adequate sleep? Some weeks back, we talked about that. People of my age, they're supposed to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. You find out it's 4 to 5 hours of sleep that they get, and they still expect to function optimally. I don't know how we expect that to happen. Quality sleep is very crucial for physical and mental restoration, because when you sleep that length of time, your brain calms down and cools down and sleeps and rests, and then is up and running properly the next day because you have rested it. Some people are sleeping for even 10 hours, but their mind is still calculating. They're thinking, in fact, they're having dreams of how they're doing this, doing that, and their brain is not resting. And you can imagine when they wake up, it's like they never slept at all. They even wake up more tired. We need to pay attention to our sleep pattern. So aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to support cognitive functioning, of the brain, your mood regulation, and overall health generally. So it's very good, very vital we get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I know it may not always be possible, but that should be our target. That should be our aim every single day. Because for some people, if you gave them, or if you have to give them 32 hours for a day, I tell you, it will still not be enough. Grace Cuts, thanks for joining. Then again, stress management. If you don't know how to manage stress adequately, it will affect your health. Chronic stress, can have detrimental effects on our health. Practicing stress reducing techniques such as meditation. Some people say, meditation is not for me. I can't just sit and concentrate. My mind will be wandering all over the place. But, practice makes perfect. You have to keep trying. Just try one day. Tell yourself, put the timer on for 10 minutes. Sit down and just meditate. Think about the deep blue sky, or you're in a beach somewhere, just the sea sound. Sometimes you can even play the sound. Just relax. Don't think anything strenuous, nothing serious. Just let you be for that moment. Think of something happy. Think of your happy place. Like I would tell my clients, think of a happy place where you can actually relax. If you do that from time to time, maybe when you're on break at work, you have your lunch, do a bit of meditation. Just let everything out, just relax your mind. It does good, you have to maintain that really in the long run. You might see the effect eventually. So don't stop if you're the type that have tried once and it seems it's not working. Keep trying, keep at it, So like I said, practicing stress reducing techniques such as that meditation, deep breathing, breathe in and out, and be calm. Some people try out yoga, whatever works, all of this help to maintain mental well-being, and we need to be mindful of our mental health as well. Then the last one I'm going to talk about, which is very crucial. It's very crucial because I mentioned briefly, sometimes we just take matters into our own hands. Regular checkups, not regular self-check. well, you need to do regular self-check, but not regular self-medication. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Olu Fowobi, thanks for joining. Please share to your friends. Let them be part of this talk because I'm rounding up very soon. I'm going to bring us up to talk more about health is wealth. Do you think health is wealth? Let's talk about it in a minute.
Light must be bending, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding.
Thank you guys. If you're just joining, you're welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. It's a lovely Monday. Light Seeker, I see you. Thanks for joining. So I'm talking about our lifestyles, the things we need to be mindful of in order to look after our health. Regular checkups, preventative health care, including regular checkups and screenings, allows for early detection and management of potential health issues. There was somebody I heard of, they started feeling somehow in their body, and then it was even their partner that noticed some lump in their breast, and they just thought, oh, it's okay, one of them things, especially for a nursing mother, because you think, oh, it's the milk that is there, it's the milk that is lumped up somewhere there, and you notice even after you stop breastfeeding, it's still there. After a year, it's still there. Please go and check, do screening, go to your doctor and check. Maria, welcome. Don't just sit and assume, oh, it's the milk feeding baby and all of that. No, go for checkups regularly, screenings, allow for early detection. They can detect it. It's sad sometimes when people are so poorly, it's like the body can't carry them anymore. Then they now go to the doctor, and God forbid they're telling you this is stage 4 of this thing. I mean, there's nothing they can do at that time. So why not pay attention when you notice something out of the ordinary within your body? Don't just sit and assume. Don't go on Google and start Googling symptoms and say, oh, all I need is just Panadol, all I need is just painkiller, whatever. Miss Candy, thanks for joining. Hey, please. It's our lives we're talking about. We only have one life and we have to get it right. Yes. So regular checkups. Those are ways we can manage our lifestyle and our choices as well. So I want to talk about the broader impact of health before I round up. Like I said, I really want to round up in time so we can have this discussion. Please send invites so that I bring us up and we'll talk more about this. Health is wealth. And don't forget, my puzzle is going to come on the hour. It's from last week. Nobody got it. I'm bringing it back again today. After today, if nobody gets it, I have to give us the answer, and I keep my gift. That's how it works. Thank you, Lookman. I see you. Thanks for joining. So the broader impact of health, the benefits of good health extend beyond the individual, because if you keep yourself healthy, you will benefit from it. Your family will benefit from it because you live long life. You get to spend and share moments together and all of that. You're more productive at work because you're not always calling in sick and things like that. So healthy individuals contribute to healthier families and communities. And that's just how it is. Imagine a handful in a community. Half of the community is not taking care of their health. They go sick and all the time. So who is there to keep the economy going? We need to look after our health. So when we prioritize our health, it's supposed to be priority above all, really. We set positive examples even for our children and our loved ones, creating a ripple effect that promotes a culture of wellness. You look after yourself, your children are seeing you, the way you take care of yourself, they also will cultivate that habit, and they go out, they do that. People see them, they eat healthily or they do things in a healthy way, and it spreads on, and everybody in that community lives a healthy life. I'm going to talk briefly about alcohol and drugs. Some people, they're like, oh, I eat all my vegetables, my fruits and everything, but alcohol, hey, if I don't take alcohol in a day, I am not just me. The long term effect, have you considered that? Lungs failing, your kidney failing, your bowel being affected and all things like that, especially drugs. In fact, both of them really, if you're the one who consumes both in very intensively, you need to be mindful You might think it's doing your body good now, but think of the long-term effects that it's going to have on you. Especially when you're young now, you feel, oh, you're good up and you do your exercise and all, but that alcohol or drugs or whatever, you can't stay away. But you find out that when you're getting to your 50s, 60s, then it's going to be a different story in the body altogether. Some organs start failing because of too much alcohol during your youth days, and then you go to see, then they start looking for organ donation and things like that. So let's be mindful. Don't just think about today. When we're talking about health, consider your future, your old age, because some people live to be 100 years old, I'm telling you, and they're so agile, they're up and about, maybe they lived a healthy, youthful life, and that's why they're still very strong and agile in their old age. So let's be mindful of our alcohol intake, drugs intake. Let it be prescribed if possible. Don't abuse anything, because the abuse of anything, I know, is inevitable, but then when we think about the repercussions on our bodies, if you're doing that to hurt your system, your own body, it's not FunmiRoyal that will feel the pain. It's you that will feel it in the long run. So we need to be mindful and look after ourselves. So public health also initiatives and policies that support healthy environments, access to nutritious food, and opportunities for physical activity, they play a crucial role in improving community health outcomes. Sometimes if you're the type that you're engaged in your community, you would hear all sorts about maybe some health seminars here and there where you can go and learn more about how to take care of yourself. You have sickle cell, you have cancer, charity organizations here and there. They're always open to welcome people. You can engage in such activity in your community such that you know how to look after yourself better. And it's always good, you can pass on the knowledge to other people as well. So there's a lot of variety of avenues in our societies, if we are interested, where we can learn about certain illnesses, certain diseases. Don't wait until maybe a member of the household have that disease before you start even talking about it or knowing anything about it. Thank you, Mila for Christ, for joining. So let's engage with the community, all the health resources out there. Google is good, but not always, because it will make you panic. You build anxiety just going to read up online about certain sicknesses or symptoms you're feeling in your body. It will diagnose you with what you're not carrying. So let's go to the right place, your doctors or the specialists or what have you, and get the right checks necessary so that you can get the right diagnosis if at all there's anything wrong with you. So by advocating and supporting such activities or initiatives, we can contribute to a healthier society. Imagine be the ambassador or spokesman for a health program or something. It goes a long way. You share on social media. If you go on social media now, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere, you will see all sort of health talks, health seminars being recorded and put out there just to help people, look after themselves better. But then people still get sick, people still ignore, people still prioritize other things above their health. It's your choice, it's my choice, but it's always good to kind of be your brother's keeper. Sometimes let's talk about our health issues so we can pay more attention to it. So I'm going to be rounding up now by saying that there's an adage, which is the title, health is wealth, but I gather that is not for everybody. Some people don't believe that. And this reminds us that our well-being is our greatest asset. Your greatest asset is your health. That is the wealth you can give yourself by yourself to yourself. Okay? So by investing in our health through balanced nutrition, regular exercises, adequate sleep, stress management, and preventative healthcare, we can enjoy a higher quality of life and achieve our goals. So let us all prioritize our health, recognizing that it is the foundation upon which our happiness, our success, and overall well-being are built. And that's just the truth, really. So Thank you for your attention. Thank you for hearing me. I can't wait to hear back from you guys. I just want to encourage us all to take proactive steps towards maintaining and enhancing our health. Remember, guys, remember, a healthy life is a wealthy life. A healthy life is a wealthy life. Some people have money, but they don't have health. They would pay all they have to get this health, but it's not just happening. So you ask them what is priority for them, they'll tell you it's their health, not even the money. So a healthy life is a wealthy life. Don't look at it because you don't have money in your pockets, you're not wealthy, but you're very okay. Nothing wrong with you. In fact, you can't remember the last time you've been to a hospital for checkup. Thank God, because you are a wealthy person. And that is where I'm going to leave the talk for today. Thank you guys for joining me.
Inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise.
Thank you, Freedom Empire. So guys, we can always send an invite. Let's see who is ready for our talk today. Health is wealth. And I always ask questions, to set us rolling. Captain, thank you so much for joining. I see you, say thank you. Thank you too. Why do some people care more about other things compared to their health? Is self-medication ideal? We can start with those. I think a couple of weeks back or last month, I remembered when I was sharing, I can't remember the topic, but I had to mention of a particular businessman who was always here and there. If you speak with him today in UK, by tomorrow he's in America, the next day he's in France. He's always going up and down, business deal, He has the money, has everything. And one day he was in his home and then he collapsed whilst on the phone. And they rushed him off to the hospital. And they got to the hospital, the doctors on him, trying to pump his heart, trying to resuscitate him to get back to life, that he wouldn't die and all. They tried their best. After a few hours, he was okay. He was on oxygen mask. He was, one drip after another just to make sure that he's okay. And this man came to and he removed the oxygen mask. And the first thing he said, where is my phone? I need to make a call. And everybody in that hospital looked at themselves in that room. They're like, is this person for real? They just nearly died. And now they are awake. And the first thing that came to mind is that telephone. I need to make that call. I missed the meeting. What day is it? Oh, and they could not believe how he has prioritized business over his health. Imagine he had died on that hospital. Hi, Jane Bond. Thanks for joining. I see you. Imagine he had passed away whilst they're trying to resuscitate and all of that. Who is going to be handling that phone? His dead body? I don't know. We need to prioritize our health. You say, host, your speech and motions differs. I am not sure I understand what you mean. So you can come up and say what exactly you mean by that, except I'm not understanding that. So that's why I like people to come up. When you type, I flesh to it. Thank you so much. Please send an invite and be part of this talk today. So what is your priority? What insight? Welcome to Insights. Thank you so much for joining. Jane Bond, thanks for joining. Jane, is this your first time on Insight?
No, I was
joining. Jane Bond, thanks for joining. Jane, is this your first time on Insight?
No, I was.
Welcome, you're welcome. What insight? I'm not sure I understand what you typed on there. How are you today?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening. It's good
Nice
to see
to
you.
be here.
Thank you. Thank you. You're
Yeah.
welcome to Insight today. So I'm talking about health is wealth, but you typed something there. I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's from your network or because you are speaking and the word is coming faster than your mouth expression. That's what I mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
but is it still like that? Is network? Is it
Yeah,
still
it's
like
network.
that?
That's what it's coming up now. I think it's matching up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the observation. You know, some things are
Yeah,
beyond our control. We just still have to carry on. Thanks for joining.
yeah.
So I don't
Thank
know what
God.
your take is. What insight? When we're talking about health is wealth, do you think we need to prioritize our health over financial wealth and businesses and what have you? I don't know what your take is. And maybe, like I said, if you want to start with the question, is self-medication ideal? And why do some people care more about other things compared to their health? So I don't know. It's up to you. Let's hear from you today. What insight?
Okay, thank you so much. This topic is broad, is very, very broad enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
because what is on your screen is my motto in my association.
No,
Okay, yeah,
that's good to hear. I think some people are paying
yeah,
attention to it.
yeah, because I belong to the Lagos Medicine Dealers Association.
Oh, okay.
So that's our logo. Health is wealth.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
So let's
yeah.
hear from you. Which perspective are we looking at?
Okay, self-medication is good, but not to much depend upon. Okay, what
Hmm.
do I say? Self-medication is good, but
Linda.
Linda, you're welcome. It's
Oh,
not to be, yeah, it's not to be much depend upon because host, there is a book called Where There Is No Doctor. Have you heard about that book before?
There.
no.
Yeah.
All this side, what did they do for you? Why you reach
This
here
is
before me? What's going
this
on
is
here?
this is
Hello.
Adetumbi, thanks for joining. I see you. Linda, welcome.
I
You
can
made
just
it.
please, I'm sorry. I want to stay just 10 minutes because I have a friend I have to go and support.
Okay, no worries. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Linda. You didn't let her come online today.
You did. Thank you, Linda. Thank you.
Linda, sorry, host. Linda was looking for you on TikTok streets. I didn't see
I
you
know they,
alive.
I
Why?
know they, I disconnect since. I know they.
I mean,
I
Oh,
was
on
so
your
on.
life.
you came on today and I saw you. I mean, I was there.
No, what it means, say not see me since. I say I'm not there. When I don't finish, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
No,
I
I
was
mean on
off
your.
the off
I
line
think
of
you.
TikTok, yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Okay.
No, what I'm asking is, I was asking of your life. Your life. I checked, but I checked by two. I didn't see you. That's what I'm asking.
By two, but
Okay.
I came on. I finished by past
Okay,
two. You
Linda.
came
Thank
late
you.
then.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
come
you were
late,
hidden
late
from.
come. Tomorrow, if you late, I will verse with you.
But Linda, I think you said you
Yeah,
changed your
from.
time. So
It
let's
no, it know about
Yes,
my
ma'am.
time. He know.
okay, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate that. So maybe word insight. I know you started speaking. Please, if you don't mind, I really want to hear from Linda, or except she's not ready before she leaves.
No, I hands up. I hands up. That is my personal person, so I hands up. Linda,
Okay,
continue.
thank you so much. Linda, I know say you go talk, say we know the crack joke and all, but
Give me 10 seconds, please.
one, two, three, four, five, six.
How they count? Why you they count now? Why you they count?
I mean, that's the fastest way to let you know. Okay,
Linda,
okay. Word inside. Maybe you can carry on, and when she's ready, she'll let us know. Thank you so much. Hey, this network, oh, please don't do us like
she
this.
wants to play us smart game. She wants to play us
Don't
like
mind
you.
her. She's not going anywhere without talking. Today that I have her attention. So it's fine. You can carry on. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm back. What is the topic? Let me just quiz up.
Can you see it on the screen?
Yes.
Health is wealth. We were talking
Yeah, I
about
talked about that all the time to invest in your health because health is everything.
If you don't take care of your body, if you don't watch what you eat, what inside the network doesn't throw away you. So if you don't watch what you, I understand about health is wealth, because in life, if you have gone through something, no one will tell you what to do. You just have to know what to do to be able to keep your health because of the sake of your children.
Yeah.
You know, like me, I always say I don't want any woman to raise my kids for me, because
No. So you have to
I
look
suffer. I don't suffer, get them. So I have to be strong for them to be there. So I really take care of myself. I try my best to be able to invest in my health a lot.
I
Because it's
see your
everything to me.
exercise videos and stuff. I like it. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, really.
So yeah, I really, yeah, and I'm happy that people look at my videos and they play it on their phone. They use it to do their exercise, you know,
Yes.
because it's not easy. If what I've been through, no one will tell me what to do. I just know that I have to do it
Yeah, that's true.
for me, not for everyone, not for anyone. It's for me. I'm doing it for me. And no one is pressuring me to do it, but I know that I've really get the result I wanted. And I think I will still do more. So I invest in my health. I totally understand that.
Good.
Because when you are climbing the step and you are breathing, at the end of the day, you are sweating so much. You don't used to sweat. You know that something is wrong.
Definitely.
And when you are running, you cannot even run for 1 minute. You are breathing so fast. Something is wrong. So I would just say health is wealth. Invest in your health. Very important. Thank you.
Thank you, Lida. Before you go or before you stop talking, there's another question here I want us to talk about. Is self-medication ideal when you're not feeling well?
My sister, for that one, me, I will just say, you know, when people take drug to be able to, you know, when you're in the hospital, they put you to sleep.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me.
Wow.
Yes.
How did
I
you
wake
know
up.
that?
Because I woke up in the middle of operation. I woke up.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So they were just telling me, madam. I said, this thing not they work. Oh.
Wow.
So I feel everything. So that's why I don't, it doesn't really work for me. Because I think why it don't work for me, maybe because I think a lot of things that if I take it, I will not wake up. So maybe that my mindset is really playing on that. My sister. Even when I was going through a lot, when they say if I'm not sleeping, they want to give me sleeping drug. You know what? Oh, forget. You know what?
Really? I'm hearing
Yes.
that for the first time. Oh.
It's not. It doesn't even work for my son as well.
Oh.
So
You've been a
yeah.
home girl.
So yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it don't work for me. So
I'm trying to picture that waking up in the middle of surgery or something.
yeah, even my son did. When they circumcised and he wake up.
Wow.
He wake up, oh, he feel all the pain. He felt every single pain.
Not
So it doesn't really work for me. I can't say for that because it's not working for me. It might work for people. Even the same drug, I gave it to someone. That person slept like a baby, but they gave it to me. It didn't work for me.
I don't know if you get to share. So what was the
Look at my
alternative?
sister said, I'm thinking that all the money will go. That is why it's not working for me.
Wow. Well, I said I was there, and immunity to certain of the agents. Okay, Jane, you will talk in a moment. I just wanted to hear Linda before she will go, because she's roaming the streets of TikTok now, supporting friends here and there, which I love her for. Thank you so much. Asking, because people are listening. Some people might say, hey, I told my doctor this thing doesn't work for me. They think I'm talking whatever. So is there any alternative? What did the doctors now say would be good for somebody like you?
They didn't say anything.
Wow.
The doctor said they tire, I'm telling you. They did tire. Because in their mind, they think that they knocked me down with it. But I woke up in the middle of it. For me, I just believe that it's because of the stress. Okay. I was just having a lot of negative thoughts in my head that, maybe I don't wake up. Maybe I don't wake up. So maybe I think that's
Funny
really
voice.
play a role on that. This they cannot even explain to me. You know, not everything is like my sister. At the end of the day, you know, all these doctors, they can just explain something to you. They can explain something to you they don't even understand
Wow.
when you're asking them why. So you need the result. You ask them why, they don't even get this thing. Then at the end of the day, when you think that, oh, maybe it will work. Okay, I was complaining to my doctor and I cannot sleep, I cannot sleep, I cannot sleep, I cannot sleep. She said, okay, she gave me drug to go and take sleepy drug. I took it.
Wow.
I no sleep on my high. Be like say I eat cola. You know our bitter cola, that our Nigeria cola. Be like say I eat and use and clear my high. You understand? So I gave it to someone else. I was telling the guy that one of our family friends, I said, I take the drug, it no work for me. Oh. He never that one say, I mean I dey tired, I need sleep. Then I gave it to him. And he called me that he slept like a baby. So
Wow.
I didn't really understand.
Wow.
You understand? So yeah, everybody with you, and I see that even I can't say not be even fear. I transfer the thing to my son because when my son wants circumcised, they won't give am this thing, make e no feel pain. My pikin feel all the pain, the poor boy.
Goodness.
Can you imagine? E be like Africa, this thing, all this traditional, this thing wey dem dey do that time. All the pain, the poor boy. Can you imagine? E be like, what is I mute yourself, please?
Okay.
So
That is
yeah.
serious. That is serious.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I
in
don't
fact,
know.
what I'm getting from you now is that people need to be careful. Like, this thing is not working for you, but for some people, it might even be too much for them that will even
Yes.
So people need to pay attention. That's why you need to know your body. You need to
Yes.
know because it's not everything doctors can even explain, just like Linda is saying. So you need to know your body. You need to be mindful. Otherwise, and that's why self-medication, I brought it in because a lot of us do that. Once we feel it's headache, we just go and start self-medicating, not knowing that they have to do scan to be sure it's not just a normal, ordinary headache. Some people find out that it's even cancer of the brain eventually, but they were taking Panadol for so long, and the thing, gets so worse before they will decide to go to the doctors. So self-medication, this is my own perspective anyways. I don't know what your take is on that, but thank you so much for sharing, Linda. My goodness.
I'm going to Lady T. She's live.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank
Okay.
you. Greet
Bye.
her for me, please. Yeah, bye.
I will.
Thank
You should call one day. Me call Sid. Who will laugh you?
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Linda.
You can't sing your music. Mo will see whether you sabi sing or not.
Hey, I will try. I will try. Me, I just love to worship my God. I don't do all those
If na worship you want call worship for them, we will still laugh you.
All right. If I will meet her, what time will she finish?
She will finish maybe to 9. No, to 9 it will be to 8 your time.
Oh, I finish. I do 6 to 8. Okay, I'll try and see if I finish, if I can join in.
Okay. Later I'll be expecting you.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Word inside. Bye.
Thank you for the gift. Oh my goodness, guys! It's like, am I hearing this for the first time? Imagine the local anesthetic, it wears out whilst in the middle of surgery. Imagine how painful that is. And even doctors could not explain to her why her system is rejecting that. So it just tells you that even the medication that is monitored sometimes doesn't work, let alone the ones you medicate by yourself. It could be dangerous as well. So we need to be careful. So Word Insight, you're welcome back. Jane, thank you for your patience. I'm coming to you. Thank you so much. Are you still there, Word Insight?
Yeah, Word Insight is here with Insight with FunmiRoyal. So let me drop my listen for let Jenny speak.
All
Okay,
right.
let them speak for him.
Okay, thank you so much for your consideration. So, Jane, once again, you're welcome to Inside. I know it's like Linda, when she enters, she will drop bombshell and go like that. But I really appreciate the fact that she was able to make it today. I was at her live earlier when we were talking about another topic altogether. So, Jane Bond, thanks for joining. I don't know what your perspective is to this topic. Health is wealth. Let's hear from you.
Thank you so much for letting me come on.
No, thank you.
Um, I'm a nurse by profession. I've been a
Oh,
nurse
all the
for
better. Thank you.
I've been a nurse for 18 years now. 18 years this year,
Wow. Since
and
before I was born. Hey, wow. Thank
so
you.
I have done all departments, most departments of nursing, but then I specialize in oncology, which is cancer. So I've been a palliative care nurse for a very long time.
Oh, wow.
One of the things that I have learned from palliative care patients and people, when I say palliative care, are people who are at the end stage of their lives.
Yeah, yeah.
So they've gone through all kinds of treatments or chemotherapy, radiotherapy, immunotherapy, or some of them do natural remedies, and it worked for some time, and then obviously it progresses further.
Yeah.
And most of the things that I have learned, especially the ones at the very, very end stage of their lives, I remember one of them who I happened to nurse. So I was with her. We nursed her through her diagnosis, from her diagnosis up till the stage where the cancer had grown to a different stage, and she was told by the consultant that it had spread everywhere. One of the things that I actually learned a great deal from her, two things. She said, look after your mental health,
Mm.
and then look after
Crucial.
the people who are around you.
Mm.
Because I believe that, and I stand to be corrected, but most illnesses and diseases, especially major illnesses and diseases, all derive from mental health. Stress level.
Yeah.
If your stress level is not managed properly, believe me, it will affect all areas of your life. You will not be able to sleep properly. It causes insomnia. It causes high blood pressure. Once high blood
Depression.
pressure is kicked in,
Yeah.
and it will begin to affect your kidneys, it begin to affect your organs, it affects all areas of your life. And when you speak to oncologists or doctors,
Yeah.
they will tell you the leading factor of stress, of cancer and major sicknesses and diseases are all coming from stress.
Wow.
So my lesson I learned from this woman was learn to look after your mental health, your stress level.
Thank
Once
you
you
for
look after your
stressing that. Thank you for stressing that. That is very key.
Yes. Once you look after your stress level, you know who and who is around you, you know what it is you're about, you know what triggers you and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what triggers you and stuff. I believe that you'll be able to conquer quite a lot of things that may be going on in your life. That's my one take. My second input is obviously know what is coming into your body.
Yeah.
Know what is coming into your body, as in I come from an African, I'm from Sierra Leone originally.
Oh, okay.
So from Sierra Leone, we eat quite a lot of starchy foods, like rice,
Most
cassava.
African nations do,
Yes,
really, yeah.
yes. So we eat quite a lot of starchy food,
You want
and I believe that if we don't learn to balance the starch or how much is it that we're eating, we also have quite a lot of vegetables and things like that. But then, what kind of herbs that are there within our nations that are actually good for our health? I remember growing up, my grandmother. I can't really remember her going to the hospital ever until she came towards the old age, really. The generation of age will actually cause her the cause of death. But then I couldn't remember her ever getting ill. because she eats very, very natural food
Fresh
and
from the farm,
fresh from the garden. Always a garden at the back of the yard, and she, fetch it out and eat it, and all that. My last point is family history. Knowing and navigating your family history. If you know that, for example, if you know that you're coming from a family that have diabetes, for example, your grandmother had diabetes, your mom has diabetes, your aunties have diabetes. Why is it that when you go to the hospital, if you're doing your initial assessment, every single patient who comes through that door for initial assessment, the first things that will ask them their names, their date of birth, and then the second thing that will ask them is family history. Your family history. It is so important that we're checking our family history. We're going down the bloodline, our bloodlines, we're checking out what did my mom died of? What is my auntie died of? What is my uncle died of? My cousins, what are they experiencing in their health? My grandmother, what did they experience? If have you got kidney issues in your family, recognize it, know that these are the things that affected some members of my family. But then now what your job is to, what can you do to prevent those things from happening? I've seen where people have young families have had early death, and simply because maybe precautions wasn't taken. They know that mothers and grandmothers and everybody in their family died young because, for example, of kidney disease. And they haven't done any precautionary in terms of their diet, in terms of things that they should do, in terms of things that they should avoid alcohol, avoid eating certain food that are high in certain things, just because that you've got family history of it. I believe that it is so, 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 so important that we pay attention to these things, especially when you know that you have family history of certain sicknesses and diseases. Pay attention to it. Now we have University of YouTube. You can go on YouTube and TikTok. There are loads of different talk shows on TikTok now. You've got to Google, and you can Google certain things, how to avoid diabetes, how to avoid this. There are so many self-help things out there. And obviously, if you're concerned in any way, seek professional help. Rather than, sitting and wallowing away in your sorrow and not knowing what to do with yourself. I believe that there is help out there if you need it, and if you need help, seek help. And my point again, health is wealth, but it is really good to navigate around knowing your body, knowing what is good for you, know your family history, and work on that family history and don't ignore it.
Yeah. Thank you so Thank you so much for that contribution. Very insightful. At least she's a professional here. Lucky us on insight to put perspective to it. One of the things, especially Africans, quote and unquote, we make things so superficial instead of finding the truth. One of the things you mentioned is about this family history. Rather, they look at it superficially and they don't pay the right attention to it. And imagine, somebody in their 30s dying of certain illnesses that is meant for old people, and they still don't see anything wrong in it. You just see young people dying because, one, whether they're in self-denial or to go back to history to see this person died at this young age. And the histories are always there. You will always find out what happened to them. If it was one illness or the other, and you find out that, it's been transferred to your parents, obviously chances are they might transfer it to you. It's not a fault of yours, but you need to pay attention to it. We cannot choose where we come from, but we can do something about our health, especially when you discover certain things at a young age. Some diets you might have to start putting into your routine so that it doesn't cause grievous harm eventually when you're much older. Those are things we need to pay attention to instead of being in self-denial and say, it's your village people that killed your uncle. It's your village people that killed your auntie, not finding out that it was cancer of this bowel or whatever. I'll make you laugh here. I remembered, I think it was almost 8-10 years ago, I will receive a letter for my cervical smear test. And they do this, it depends on your age. I think they do it every 2 or 3 years or something, but they will always write you to let you know so month, book an appointment with your GP to come and do your smear test. But there's some tests that you just feel they're intruding your privacy and what have you. But then let them intrude your privacy and find out what is wrong early enough so that you don't die, at a young age. But I was just skeptical. I felt so uncomfortable, like, you will go there now and they start prodding and prod and, So I just ignored that letter for a long time. And then they will write, after some time, they will write to you again. I ignored it. And then one of the days I went to pick my son from school, and we moms will stand and talk and chat and what have you. And I saw one of these mom I had not seen for a while. And I said, oh, this person, where have you been? It's been a while, because I think it's the father of the child that would come and pick. And she said, oh, guess what? She did her smear test and they found cancer. My heart beats like this, bam. And when you look at her, there's nothing wrong with her. She looks okay. You can't tell. And she said they found it, but it was stage 1. Thank God. So they had to do whatever, or medication or something, but she's okay handling it. Do you know what? Nobody told me before I called the doctor to say, I missed my smear test. Please, when can I come? The earliest time. And why do we have to wait when things are so bad before we now start rushing? And God helping you, something had gone wrong for the last 2 years and it's just deteriorating, and then you now call and they're now telling you, God forbid, stage 4 something, there's nothing they can do. So sometimes it might not be convenient when you have to go for checkups, especially when it has to do with parts of the body that are private, kind of a thing. Maybe it's just me because I just feel funny somehow. But these things have to be done so that you can keep living a healthy life. And if anything is wrong, they can easily detect it through screening, smear tests or whatever. It is breast cancer checkup. And thank God my church, even we're having our women's annual conference very soon. And we're looking at cervical, breast and bowel, checking and all of those things. So there's so many, like Jane said, in your community, just Google it, where they have health talks or what have you near you. There are videos on YouTube you can watch, because our health is our wealth. If anything, look, if something is wrong with my eye, it will affect the whole of my body. And I love one thing again you said, Jane, that has to do with mental well-being. A lot of diseases come about because we don't take care of our mental health. Like I remember mentioning endorphins, that when you do exercise, it releases into your system to relieve stress and cheer you up, good mood and what have you. Excuse me, you find out some people, they can't even remember the last time they did any exercise, and they're just there, they're moody, it's leading to almost depression, anxiety and all of these things. And before you know, they start feeling pain in their chest or in the back. The thing has gone, all the chemicals, those negative chemicals your body is producing, going and sticking somewhere and eating away some organ in the body. This is how this body is wired. So we have to intentionally look after ourselves. It's always good to go for checkups. Let the doctor find out as much as they can. Stay away from this food. Eat less of this. Take more of this. Me, I think I looked healthy. The last time, one of the checkups, I said, you're short in iron. They started giving me iron tablets. I say, look at me. And then you think you're okay. I've heard of a case of a friend. She felt dizzy and she wasn't okay. She rested at home, said, I just go see doctor. And the moment she got in there, they checked her eye. They said, how did you walk in here? The doctor used the phrase like she's a walking corpse. Straight away, emergency. Straight away, blood transfusion. Straight away, this and that. She could not believe what happened. She was on the slim side, and, not everybody will be as chubby as me or as fat as me, so to say. Imagine, she never thought she was going to spend the night in the hospital just because she felt a bit dizzy, not knowing that there was no blood. In fact, they said there was no blood in her system. How did she manage to walk into that place, let alone drive to the surgery? So you can imagine, some things we take for granted. Please, let's pay attention to our health. We can live good old ripe age when we pay attention to our health, what we take in, like Jane said, and it's good for us, honestly. Thank you so much once again. But before I bring word insights up because you are my person now. I want to. Last week you were here, so I don't know if you've gone to do your homework. My puzzle for today, I'm laughing already. I thought somebody would come and bring encyclopedia to come and answer my puzzle. My puzzle for today, again, which is a repeat from last week because nobody got the answer, is why should Christians never work out? You remember this word inside. Why should Christians never work out? Imagine we're even talking about health is wealth. We need to work out, but it's a puzzle, it's a joke, really, but why should Christians never work out? So let's see. If you know the answer, just come up and tell us. Otherwise, I will say the answer before we round up today, and I'll keep my gift. Captain, I see you there. Thanks for joining. I really want to hear from you. Lydia, thanks for joining. Ah, sis, all the way from Republic of Ireland. I see you. Please come up. I really want to. It's been how many years? Oh my goodness. You're welcome, sis. How are you?
I'm very well.
Oh my God.
No,
I think it's been over a decade, definitely over a decade. Oh my goodness. I'm so blessed right now. Thank you so much for joining.
you're welcome.
How are you? How's the family? How's everybody?
Yeah, we're all fine here. We're doing well.
Thank
How is
God.
Pastor and my children?
Oh, he's fine. Everybody's doing well. We thank God.
We bless
Welcome
God.
to Insight, Ma. And I think if memory serves me right, I bet you have a lot to share with us today. We're talking about health is wealth. And one of the questions I asked is, why do some people care more about other things compared to their health? I gave
Yeah,
an example.
I might not be able to talk
Oh,
because I'm in the middle of something and I will
hmm.
start driving in few minutes.
So, okay, in a minute, you can just share something, please.
Yeah, you were very right about what you were saying, that health is well, that we should look after our health, especially we African people, African women. We don't actually take good care of ourselves. All we run after is money, money, money. I want to make money, I want to do this. And many people, many African people are actually dying abroad
Yeah.
because they do not look after their health. Like you were saying, that the signs will be there. We need to exercise, we need to eat healthily, we
Mm-hmm.
need to do what is needed to be done,
Yeah.
and God helping us. We should be wise. The Bible said that we are the children of God, and the Bible said that even the children of the world are more wiser even than the children of the kingdom. But do you know what? We are the wisest, and we should use that wisdom even to help ourselves by
Yeah.
living healthily.
Yeah.
God will not come down to help us. We have to do that for ourselves.
That's
We look at our grandparents back in Nigeria, that they were into farming, they were into doing lots of things. They don't have a car to drive. They walk, 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 but they live healthy lives. They live long because constantly they do exercise, they eat earthly food, they eat veg, they eat fruits, and all these things help them. We should not be ignorant.
yes. Yeah.
Ignorance is a disease. And I
Honestly.
pray the Almighty God that through this program, we will begin to look after our health. We will go for checkup. Yes, it's going to cost you money, but the money is not important. Remember that if one die,
Mm.
your money is somebody that will come
Somebody else
and
gladly.
lavish the money. So that is why we have to spend the money on ourselves.
It's funny, but it's true.
Yeah, it's not just treating ourselves to luxury, you know, wearing designers clothes, driving Porsche car. That is not it.
No,
Health
we're
is
not looking
wealth.
after our health.
Once you are in good shape, once you are in good health, the Bible said that I wish above all things
That
that
you
you
will
be
prosper.
in health and you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospereth.
Yes.
And that's what God wants for us, to prosper in our health.
Mm.
I will encourage us. My daughter is calling me now. I have
Okay.
to go.
All right.
So
Thank
yeah,
you
thank
so
you
much.
very much,
Thank you.
Pastor Femi.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah,
Thank you
bye
so much.
now.
Bye. Bye. Hope
Yeah,
to catch
bye,
you
bye,
soon.
bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is profound. I mean, you've heard it from Lydia's mouth as well. She's emphasizing the same thing. We need to pay attention to it. If you don't take care of yourself, even if I have the capacity to take care of you, before I even reach you, something may have happened. So we need to look after ourselves. It's not an afterthought. In fact, right now we ought to, because even at times, at certain age, I notice, in fact, almost 7 years, it's been years now, I used to have my cereal with fresh milk. In UK here, fresh milk. I eat and I'm okay. One day, I think I was nearly 40-ish. I just noticed that day I just took the cereal. My tummy was just rumbling, rumbling. I said maybe because it was late in the afternoon or something, I gave the excuse. And then the next day I ate, my tummy was just rumbling, rumbling. I'm like, "Ah, is it the milk?" I checked the milk. Milk has not expired, it was okay. And then I said, okay, maybe I should just stop having the fresh milk, and because I was trying to find out what exactly could be making my tummy rumble. And after a week or thereabouts, nothing. Everything I was eating was okay. And I said, I missed my cereal. Let me go back. I brought the fresh milk, put the cereal, ate it. In fact, before I finished eating, my tummy started. I said, it's like maybe lactose intolerance is setting in or something. And I spoke with the doctor. They said it's like my body is beginning to reject the fresh milk. And I'm like, so that means no more fresh milk for me. And truly, when I stopped it, no more rumbling of the tummy. So you need to know your body. You need to know when something is not sitting down well. Don't just ignore it, because you will do more harm to that body. And who knows what organ that would just start affecting or something. And then some food you might have to stop altogether. It shouldn't be the end of the world. There might be alternative to the nutrients you're getting from that food. I've heard of some people, they say stay off beef, but you can have chicken, or stay off protein like that, beef and what have you. You can have fish. Fish is even healthy as far as I'm concerned. So sometimes you have to do away with certain food. It's for our own good. I'd rather live long and stay away from that food than eat that food and not live long. So, I mean, the choice is ours. So, thank you so much for your contribution once again, my word insight. I don't know if you have any more to add or you want to attempt the puzzle. Whoever is online here, if you want to attempt a puzzle, please feel free. Feel free to attempt the puzzle. Zaina, I see you. Thanks for joining. Hello, manager. Hope you're good.
Yeah, you said something about self medication, and
Yeah.
I was saying something about it before. You know, the self medication. I mentioned a book where
Yeah,
there
yeah,
is
yeah.
no
You were
doctor.
talking. Yeah.
Yeah, but where there is no doctor, I got it. I think some years ago, and I lent it to a friend, and the friend saw the importance in it, and till today he has not returned it back.
Oh.
So what is actually the content of the book?
Mm,
In most cases where in most cases rural areas and some parts where there is no access to healthcare,
yeah.
it is advisable to have that book, because in that book when you go through there, everything that revolves within somebody's body or system has symptoms. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the book will show you the symptoms, things that you understand,
To
and
look
tell you
out
the
for.
right, yes, and tell you the right medication and the right drug you can apply to get yourself relief. You understand? And how did I come about the book? It was, I think, 2010, or yeah, I think 2010. I went to trade floor.
Okay.
Uh, I, Yeah, I went to trade fair. You know trade fair in Nigeria.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
trade fair, you went there.
yeah. I went there and coming out, I just saw the book on the floor.
Oh,
When I
wow.
saw the book, yeah, I saw the book on the floor. I look at the book. I picked up the book. It's a very book. It's I think more than 1,000 pages. Oh, it's big.
Wow. A big one.
Yeah,
Encyclopedia.
yeah. I opened it. I couldn't find a name there. No phone number. So I went through the book. I saw that the book was good. I said, "How am I gonna? I can't leave it here because people who do not know the value will just use it as a paper or
Yeah.
just trash."
Go and sell granuts
So
with it.
yes, so I pick up the and I saw the importance. Till today, I'm still looking for that book
Wow.
because it's wonderful. Because you can actually use it to help out some people on the rural areas. You
Yeah.
understand? Now, going by that, it is very good to have a first aid box. You
Mm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
What are the first aid box? First aid box, you have spirit, you have hydrogen peroxide, you have violet, you understand? You
Mm-hmm.
have them, you have the little scissors and the bandage and plaster. You understand?
Yeah.
Because in most cases, there are things that will happen that you can take care of by yourself. You understand?
Okay. Yes.
Because yeah, because and that reminds me because something happened some years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, not too far. Because I there was a friend that accused me. I was residing in his residence, and he accused me wrongly, and asked me to leave his apartment. And I told him, I said this. He said, I said, why I'm talking to you is that I know you talk to God, and God speaks back to you.
Mm-hmm.
So he said something. He said he has not heard from God. So that moment when he spoke that, I was when he said that, I was very very. I said, so that means this young man is hiding under God and is doing me evil. You understand?
Yeah.
So I wanted to work out because I will. Let me digress a bit. I would say when you are living with somebody in his or her apartment and they ask you to leave, is don't make trouble, make
Mm.
peace, but make sure you leave. Okay? Because
Okay.
if you
Thank you
continue
for
staying there, yeah, if you continue staying there, you are staying at your own detriment.
mm.
You are staying at your own detriment because anything that happens,
To
they
you.
will
You're
ask
on
you.
your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I now told him, I said, okay, what's going to happen is that before I leave your premises, you've told me already you have a voodoo uncle, and all the rest of that. I said, if you want to call the police, call the police. If you want to go to voodoo, go to voodoo. Anything you want to do, just to make sure that I'm cleared before I leave your place, do
Mm.
that. But you could not believe this. Lo and behold, this is between 2 days to 3 days. I came back where I went to the shop. I asked the boys that were his apprentice, where is your boss? They said he has not been out since yesterday. I said, what happened? So I went home. When I got home, lo and behold, as I speak to you, he couldn't stand up.
Wow.
I asked him, what's the problem? He said, and already the sister was there already.
Mm.
They not told me that this young man since yesterday has not been able to wake up. That even different batches of people has come to pray for him. So me myself, I was shocked because he's somebody I love with all my heart.
Mm.
There are people you love in your life. You can't, despite the way they offend you, you still find a way to forgive them. You
Yeah.
understand? So after the prayer, then I now prayed for him with my friend. And in the middle of the night, he now began to throw up. He threw up everywhere. I had to be the one to clean it up. Then in the morning, I took him to FMC, the Federal Medical Center in Lagos State.
Okay.
And so, because that day, the present day, they have checked him. He has gone to test. They said there's a ulcer Is one thing or the other. So they gave him ulcer medication. So in the morning, I said, "Come, let's go. Let's both of us go." So when we got there, we met a man. I said, then I used my connection person, somebody that I know. So they gave him attention. Lo and behold, they said it was appendix that it has busted in his belly.
Oh, goodness.
At the moment they said that, I had to go and get money, buy Rosifin, and they gave it to him, and he was able to be calm and all the rest of that. They booked him for operation. But to cut the whole story short, it was what happens that day, it was something else. I had to, God intervened that day. It's a testimony to share. God intervened because I have not seen where, I don't know if you have given somebody a check before without writing. The person cannot write. The person you gave the check use his or her hand to write your name, sign
Wow.
the signature, do everything, and go to the bank. And from Diamond Bank to Access Bank, even they look at me, they say, "This guy, you a criminal, how can you do this?" I said, "The person that owns this cannot write." They followed me to the hospital and saw him, and they cashed me the money. I came to deposit for operation.
Wow.
The two sisters were present. The two sisters were present. Those who were agitating, telling him to push me out, were present. Now the doctor called and said, "Who is going to sign undertaking for this young man for the operation?" You can't believe that even the sisters could not sign. Everybody backed out. I signed the undertaking. I went in there. I waited. They operated him and brought him out. I was still there with him. Why am I saying this is most times, just like he has gone, they have checked him and said it's ulcer, not knowing that it wasn't ulcer. The same Federal Medical Center.
Can you imagine?
You understand? Now, what really shocked me there was after the operation, they brought out a living thing in his body and asked us we took it. They asked us to take it to the lab. We took it to the lab. And when they coated it with a live water, so the thing was still alive, it was moving. And we went to the lab. We paid 6,000 to know what that was. I speak to you to date. They have not gotten the result. The doctor said, ever in his professional line, he has never seen something.
My goodness. Wow. This is another dimension to this topic.
Yeah. So, as I speak to you, the young man, the moment they brought him out, I called some, I made some go down, make purchase, the fixed drip on him. I was there with him, because the moment they brought him out, he doesn't, that is where, my pharmacy colleague friend was telling me something about will. Okay, I never understood it until that day. He said he want to pee, but he can't pee. He doesn't have the will to pee. He want to eat. It's like we force him to eat, but he want to excrete. He can't. I was with him until the third day. He now gassed out. When he now gassed out, that was when he really returned back to life.
You know what?
Okay,
What insight?
and
Sorry to cut you. As you're speaking, all I'm thinking in my head is, were there symptoms that he ignored in his health? Because
yes,
I mean,
yes, yes, he ignored it. He ignored it. But let everything, all things being equal, everything best known to God. There is a way God does his things. You understand?
yeah.
Because when that happens, when I say let me digress a bit, let me go back to because it's just to show you the things in the health side. Because the
Do you have two devices on?
no, not me. It's not coming from me.
Okay. Is echoing
It's
from your end? Did you receive a call before? Maybe you should close the call app.
Yeah, I received call before.
Yeah, close the app, close the call app.
Okay.
Yeah, talk. So if you close the call app, it will not interfere with it.
Okay. I've closed it.
Yeah, hopefully it's okay.
Okay. So what I was saying is we should pay attention to our health. Okay. Paying
Thank
attention.
you.
There's one thing I know. There's one thing we should consider, most especially people who has left their jurisdiction where they were born. We can adapt to environment. We can adapt to weather.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you are African man and you traveled outside Europe or wherever where the degree of the weather is low. You cannot continue doing the same thing. You
No.
understand? Yes, because your immune system, you must not allow anything to attack it.
Yeah.
Because I always say, between the red blood cell and the white blood cell, both of them have what they do.
Mm-hmm.
The white blood cell is more effective, more effective, because that is what fights infections and that is what fights diseases. The white blood cell, once it's down, the person is prone to so many sicknesses.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, in the regards to that, somebody one day called me and said, "Why are you? Who are you?" I said, "What do you mean? This is last year." He said, "I want to check you." You brought out a checking machine, check my BP, and check my sugar level, and it was just like the person began to ask me, "How are you like this?" I said, I monitor the things I eat. Like as I am now, you hardly see me buy sugar to consume.
So
Yeah,
what is the
because
alternative for you?
for me,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the only thing I try to, the nurse spoke about something. There's these two types of stress: physical stress and mental stress.
Yes.
Okay, I always tell people the mental stress is more dangerous than the physical stress.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Because when you have a mental stress, it's gonna show both in your physicality. It's gonna make when somebody is looking at you, the person will easily know. But when you have a physical stress, you understand. The only thing you just need to do, maybe because of the carbohydrate, about sugar, you can just get maybe a booster mineral or whatever. Just you can just boost yourself.
Glucosage or something.
You understand? Boost yourself for the body. But the brain, once the brain is getting worked up, you understand? Because I think in my little research, I think the brain receives about 6 billion words in a day, and discards them all and take the little percent it wants to work on. Just like when we eat, it's not also good to overfeed yourself.
No, no,
When
no.
you overfeed yourself, your intestines are too loaded, and once they are too loaded, is a problem. You understand?
Yeah.
And the nurse spoke about something about family line.
History.
There are some things I discovered that are hereditary. Some things are hereditary. And do you know, host, what shocked me so much is I've seen somebody that have a mark in the eye, the damn eye here.
Wow.
When you see a down black eye spot in the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and the person wants to use every maybe spot remover to remove it, but it's not
What?
going out. Yes, and I asked her, I said, do your mother have this thing? She said yes. What about your sister? He said he has it. I said, wow. So you can't get rid of it because it's already a bet. It's more of a bet. There's what is called bet mark.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? Yeah. So in the case of that, you check it. Check the family bloodline. Check what is very common in that family so that you will be able to pattern yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
And you know, even if you have maybe diabetes or whatever, people who know how to manage it can manage it for a very long time. because you have to eat with timetable. It's not you see this, you eat. You see this, you put in your mouth. No, 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 no.
And even certain things you cannot probably eat, or you eat very
Yes,
little.
yeah, yes. Because in that regard, that is what you pay attention to your health. Do your workout. You know, do you know when you sweat, when you do your workout,
Yeah.
you sweat, and it is not hygienic for that sweat to dry in your body because the moment you do workout, the hairs, those hairs you see has holes, it has openings. You understand? That is where the sweat is coming out from.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's coming out from your body, is a discharge, is a waste. So it is well advisable that after that you bathe so that you wash them
Wash it
out.
out and open
Yes.
pores. Yeah.
So taking care of your health is very important. She also said something about what we eat. Yes, be careful of what you eat. Okay?
It's very
All
crucial.
this, yeah, all this fried food, all this. Like today, I made a video. You heard about something called a snake tomatoes.
Hmm?
If you check my profile, you will see it there. Yeah, that
Okay.
tomato
I'll probably
is
check out some of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
is the most healthiest. Oh
Oh,
my God! Do you know that Africa is blessed with everything you can ever think of?
I know. I know.
I was hearing somebody in UK. I was hearing somebody talking from UK said bringing things raw to UK, they don't even permit it. That you have to process it here before bringing it. But
Yeah,
here,
definitely.
we eat everything raw. We see it. We prepare it raw. You understand? So
Because
what am I saying?
it's not chemically processed. You get it
Yes,
fresh from the farm, so you can easily consume it. And that will not even
yeah.
affect your
So
health. One of the things as well is processed food affects your health in the long run. So you can imagine we don't have
yes.
the luxury of having a farmyard in our back gardens. So most things are processed. If you buy, even the fresh ones are more expensive. So yeah.
So
So yeah,
it's
before
it's
you
very.
carry on, sorry, I just want to tell us the answer to the puzzle because I don't want to forget it.
If you
Oh, you
don't
want
tell
to
us the
attempt it
answer,
again?
if you don't tell us the answer to that puzzle, because that puzzle really.
I said,
Tell
why should Christians never walk out? Do you want to try again?
why Christians should never work out.
Yeah,
I, I think you are looking for a word or just a sentence,
it's a
not a.
sentence. A sentence.
Okay, why Christians should never, because you know that word never is very big. So
Yes, never, ever, never, ever, never. I can say it. Why should Christians never, ever walk out?
please host, tell us the answer.
It's very funny. The answer, I'm going to take it from the Bible because it's Christian, but the answer is because, wait. Because Jesus said, lay aside every weight. Lay aside every weight. If you read Hebrews 12,
Wait, 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 host, wait, wait, host,
manager,
wait.
if you're still there, help me type it. Because Jesus said to lay aside
Let me wait,
every weight.
host, wait now.
I'm waiting.
Hebrews 12 verse 1,
Yes.
right? He
Yes.
said, let us lay aside every weight and little
So,
sins that beset us and run with patience.
no, you've said it already. There's no point reading everything, even the first part of it. You said you should lay aside every weight. So why are you walking out? That is the answer. Thank you. So I get to keep my gift, but because you really attempted, I'll just give you two ice creams. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So yeah, it's amazing. We need to pay attention to our health, especially what we consume. And sometimes people just look at, okay, it's when you have sickness in your body that you should pay attention to. One of the things you have mentioned, Jane mentioned, Lydia mentioned, the people that I spoke to, they mentioned, is the mental health. Mental health. And again, I'll come back to we Africans. Mental health is not as prominent as the physical health, so to say, but it goes hand in hand. Like you said, some people, it's even because of worry. They worry so much, it's beginning to affect their sleep. Insomnia setting, they're feeling depressed, high blood pressure, the body is not even digesting the nutrients the way it ought to, and a lot of things just start going wrong. Where did it start from? The mind. So we really need to pay attention to our mental health. It's very crucial. If you're happy, you be happy to do exercise and to keep your heart pumping and all of that. But if you're sad, you're sad. In your mind, you're sad. And you're thinking all these negative thoughts, and it's becoming toxic, releasing negative hormones in your body, hormones that your body is not needing. And then it goes and settles somewhere and start eating some organs. And it just goes. I'm not a medical doctor, but I mean, you've read enough books, you've seen movies, you've seen a lot to know how these things work. But sometimes we don't pay attention to it. We need to pay attention to our health, because that is the greatest wealth anyone can ever achieve. I mean, I remembered one time my husband was telling me of a friend. He was going for exercise. He was even jogging. He had his music on. And this was a routine he does every morning. And one of the mornings, whilst he was going jogging, he just collapsed on there. And that was the end. By the time the ambulance came, he was gone. And they said it was a heart attack. Whether he's been feeling some what in his body, he felt just push on with exercise, you'll be okay. And he ignored it. I don't know. I'm not here to judge anyone, but I'm just helping us to think out loud, to process these things. The moment you realize that this thing is not normal, it's there 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, don't overlook it. Pay attention to it, because it might just be something big, but you're not paying attention to it. And by the time you now say, okay, it's gone on for a month, let me go to the doctors, it has now gotten so bad that they could barely find a solution. Even sometimes doctor will tell you that no matter the medicine we give you, it's not going to work. Just go and, organize your home. You know the way they talk those talks. Go and settle your home. Go and be with your family or something. And then sometimes they would dare to even tell you only have 3 months to live, or you only have 6 months or something to live. We don't want to hear that. And then when they now trace it back, they find out that some things have gone wrong that you've ignored. It will go and come. You just ignore because it's gone. Oh, you're fine. You don't go for checkup to be sure that you're actually and absolutely fine. And then it now leads to this, because it goes and comes. You just feel, oh, it's not bad. You're still okay. Life is going on. Pay attention to it. And again, it's good to pay attention to our finances, making money, doing business and what have you. But your health supersedes all that. Because some people, all their life, they chase money, business, and at a very young age, that's it, they're gone because of ill health or because of their mismanagement to their health. And then all the money they've acquired, they can't even spend. They can't enjoy it. They're gone. And other people who didn't work for it will come and help him spend it. So we need to be careful so that it's not we that are shortening our life span. It's good to look after yourself. If you have to do away with certain food, please, by all means, do away with it. And for certain things they won't tell you to do away with, there are alternatives. You may not like it at first. I mean, if you want to finish me now, tell me to come and start eating broccoli. I'm telling you to come and start eating broccoli.
Coach, I want to say something.
Yes, please.
I said about the self-medication on one side, and I want to say the dangers of it is also this. In the medicine area, they are classified under sections and categories. You understand?
Yeah.
They have what is called antispasmodics. They have what is called analgesics. They
Okay.
have what is called
Learning.
antihistamines. They
Okay.
have what is called poisons, and they have what is called drugs. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
And the common ones that one can actually, because if now, for example, somebody is diagnosed of ulcer, either duodenum ulcer or peptic ulcer, or you understand?
We got
Uh,
surface.
yes, once the person is having maybe a particular brand of antispasmodic, that is no, that the all those antispasmodic magnesium trisilicate, things like antacid and mismag, all this, you understand, to calm the once it's up. Then the analgesics, all those body pains and all the rest of that, you understand. Most times you maybe headache, maybe you are good to go with paracetamol. But one thing is that is once you are taking those things, you have to be careful because because let's say, but there's what is called chromosome in our body. You understand? Those chromosomes, you need to be very, very careful about it so you don't destroy them because, like a dog now, for example, if you take two paracetamol, the dog will take four. Yeah, because their chromosomes are higher. So when as a human being you are taking that medication, you must make sure that you don't abuse it because if you abuse the drug, a time will come when when you've gone to test or the rest and you'll be recommended for a particular dose. And as a matter of fact, you have abused that dose. That dose has become so accustomed to your system.
Your body is
The
not even
dose,
reacting to it anymore.
yes, your body is not going to accept it because you have abused it. So now you have to double the dose. And doubling of those doses, you understand. And in this world where we are now, where there's a substandard is everywhere, you understand. So you can actually now doubling the dose, you are endangering yourself. So
Yeah.
that is why, yeah. So that is why self-medication, when you are taking it, is not to be relied upon forever. No, it's not. You don't need to cast all your mind or confidence over it. You
No.
take it just, and that's why when you look at some adverts, they will say if it persists for more than 2 days,
3 days. Yeah.
consult your
Exactly. They
doctor.
always say
You
that. But do
understand?
people listen? Do people listen
You
to
know,
that
you
part
know,
of the advert?
when I was talking to a guy who was smoking. I asked him, I said, why is it that smokers are very stubborn people? If a smoker can use that stubbornness to pursue his or her dream, then the person will achieve the dream. Because he saw that the Federal Ministry of Health wants that smokers are liable to die young. And you still keep on. I confronted the guy. The guy said, what kind of a talk is this? When somebody
But the argument is they're still manufacturing it. So is it going to go to waste? I can see your network is dwindling. Word Insight. I hope you're still there. So we don't have to help economy in that regard because what's the point of we killing ourselves gradually so that some people can make money? We have to look after ourselves. Everything is being sold in the supermarket does not mean you should buy everything and consume it. Or I think the network has thrown Word Inside out. I'll try to bring you back, but otherwise I'm rounding up anyways. I've got about 3 more minutes. And just to shout out to everyone here, due to, what is the thing now? Due to proper logistics and technical all of the above. I don't know how to put it now. My program will be coming on 8 p.m. UK time, such that it would even give more people opportunity to be part of the discussions, especially because I know a handful of people that would say, oh, they're still at work, they can't talk and things like that, which I quite appreciate. And also for me as well, to push it forward a bit would be advantage to myself as well, so as well as to my audience or to the people out there. So I will be sending out some promos, and I really appreciate everyone that has always come to support, everyone that has always come to give their contributions. I love and appreciate everyone for the giftings, for pressing the likes, for sharing. Thank you guys so much. So look out for the promo. It's not going to be 6 o'clock any longer. It's going to be 8 to 10 on both days, on the Mondays 8 to 10, and on Thursdays when we talk about marriages and relationship, it's going to start from 8 to 10 p.m. UK time. If you're in Nigeria, it's going to be the same time, at least for now. I think in October we tend to change times. So for today, thank you guys for all your contributions, and I love the fact that just briefly, as people came in, they were medical personnel. They were able to put more perspective to our topic today. Health is wealth. We need to look after ourselves. People can only so much look after us. Let's eat healthily. I'm talking to myself right now. Let's do our exercises more regularly. Do meditations, ease yourself of the stress of life, because those stress will never stop. But you have to learn to manage stress so that it doesn't overwhelm you, to leading to depression, anxiety, sleeplessness, and what have you. Let's look out for ourselves. And again, checkups. Check up yourself. Go to your doctor if something is not right in your body. Don't overlook it. Whether small symptoms or big, check it out and let the doctor say you're fine, it's okay. Even sometimes when doctors say it's okay, you're still feeling whatever and it's something, straight away they might not be able to diagnose, but just monitor how you're feeling. And again, check family histories for things you need to know in terms of health. Check what is paramount to your family in terms of health. Is it cancer? Is it high blood pressure? Is it a heart attack? Is it diabetes? It is whatever it is. So you can start taking actions from now. It's never too late. Thank you, Word Insight. We're always coming on Insight. Thank you so much. I appreciate your contributions. And I thank you, Linda Lucky, for joining and stopping by. Lydia, thank you so much. Big sis, I appreciate you. And till I will come your way on Thursday. Remember, it's next week. So this Thursday, I'm still coming on 7 to 9 p.m. UK time. But from next week, that'll be in August, I would be changing the time from 8 to 10 p.m. UK time on both days. And that way we'll have more people to share their wealth of experiences so we can learn and live a joyful life, a healthy life at that. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone. Do have a lovely night rest and enjoy the rest of the week as well. Goodbye.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright.